Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. I'm doing an Unexplained Places video on the Black Mountain in Australia. I had never heard of this. I had no idea it existed. I was doing some research on something else and I found it, so I forgot to do a video on it. Before I get into this though, if you enjoy my content, it would really help me out if you could hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, share my content, and post a comment or two. Remember, I welcome your comments, even if you disagree with me. Friends can still disagree. And check me out over on Rumble for my political commentary and weekly current events. If you enjoy a good book, check out my author page over on Amazon.com. My pen name is H.L. Anderson. You can find all of my books there, including 2 tabletop role-playing games. Yeah, if the quirky weird piques your interest, check out H.L. Anderson over on Amazon.com. The role-playing games are Outlaw Trails and Muscle, the classic professional wrestling role-playing game. That's how you know you're on the right page, because my stuff is weird, and if you enjoy weird stuff, there you go. Alright. Black Mountain, Australia. This is also called the Mountain of Death and the Labyrinth of Kalkajaka. Kalkajaka. I had to get that right. I had to make sure I spelled it right before I stuck it on here. Okay. It is a sacred site to the local Kukuyalanji people, who call it the Place of the Spear. They believe it to be a battlefield of spirits. It is a precarious jumble of black granite boulders, some the size of houses. It's a geological formation 25 kilometers southwest of Cooktown in Queensland, Australia. I saw pictures of it, and it looks a lot like somebody built something, and this was the stone that was left over, and they just dropped it into a big pile there. That's what it looks like to me. So, I doubt that's what happened, but you know. Excuse me. The jumble of rocks creates an eerie underworld of caverns and fissures. It is a labyrinth where people go missing quite often, as well as horses and cattle. They just simply disappear. Many people refer to Black Mountain as Australia's Bermuda Triangle. The rocks in this big pile heat up in the intense sunlight, and when they cool, they emit a sound many have called a mournful cry. The shifting rocks create infrasound and echoes which cause dread, nausea, and hallucinations in many of those who experience them. I can see primitive people calling this a spiritual place, but I don't know. To me, that would be spiritual even for a modern person. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I've not been there, so I can't say. But when the rocks emit a mournful cry in the evening time when they cool down, that would freak anybody out. I don't care what technology level they're at. That's all I'm saying. It's not only the physiological effects that make Black Mountain an oddity. There are tons of reports of strange phenomena. Pilots report magnetic anomalies and unexplained air turbulence over the mountain. And I can see that. I don't know about the magnetic stuff, maybe it's a property of the rocks, but the air turbulence, the rocks heat up, and as they cool down, that creates upward and downward drafts. So I can see that. Reports of unexplained lights on, above, and around the mountain go back centuries. Even before Australia became Australia, they were reporting this stuff. UFO and UAP activity is regularly reported in the area. For centuries before white people settled Botany Bay, reports of lizard men in Black Mountain have been prevalent. I did a video on lizard men. Go and check that out. These beings, apparently, according to local lore, these beings snatch people who venture too near the mountain, and there are reports of them leaving the mountain at night to raid neighboring settlements and ranches to steal livestock and other goods. Other cryptids, especially the Australian Bigfoot, the Yowie, have been seen in the area. Telecommunications anomalies also plague the area. Black Mountain in Australia is one of the most mysterious and dangerous places on Earth. Tourists are warned not to climb on the mountain or enter one of the caverns because they may very well disappear or die. Black Mountain is a national park now and attracts thousands of these tourists every year. All of them are warned about the mountain. I would be interested to have a trail cam put up in an advantageous spot to try and catch the UFOs, the lights, lizardmen, or maybe even a Yowie. That would be cool. But again, I don't know that I would venture to vacation to a place called the Mountain of Death. I'm sorry, call me weird, but you know, I've been called paranoid, but hey, you know what? I'm still alive. So here you go. I hope this finds everybody well. If anybody else has more information, stick it in the comments. Hope this finds everybody well. You folks have a good one. God bless one and all.